In this video, I'm going to be introducing percentages to you. We're going to focus on writing something as a percentage or converting a percentage to a fraction as well as to a decimal. First, we need to actually learn what percent means. So it just means out of 100. So if we're thinking about like 30%, it means 30 out of 100. Let's first take a little refresher back to finding fractions of a shaded region. So if you remember this square, there's 100 little squares inside of it. That's actually going to be our denominator. Then to figure out what our numerator is, the top number, is we just count the squares and we can see that there are 70. So it is 70 over 100. Here's one more quick example of this. We've got 100 squares, which will be our denominator, and then we can count the shaded in ones, the purple ones, and see that there's 62 shaded squares. So our fraction that's shaded is 62 over 100. Now we want to find the percentage of the shaded region. So again, percent just means out of 100, and we've got 100 squares here. So we're looking at how many are shaded in, and it's 70 out of the 100 are shaded in, so that means we've got 70%. Last example of the shaded grids. So we've got 62 squares shaded in. That means that we're looking at 62% because it was 62 out of 100, and that's what percent means. We use this grid where 70 squares are shaded in to write it as a fraction out of 100 as well as a percentage. So you should notice that the percentage and the numerator of our fraction out of 100 are the exact same. Now let's talk about converting percentages to fractions. So if we're given 5%, percent just means out of 100, so we're automatically at 5 out of 100. But you always need to simplify your fractions. 5 goes into both 5 and 100, so we'll divide it out, and our answer is 1 over 20. Another example, we're looking at 75% being changed to a fraction. Again, 75%, so it's going to be 75 over 100. But again, you need to make sure you simplify. This time you can divide 25 out of each number, so we get a simplified answer of 3 over 4. To convert to a decimal, we are going to start off by still changing it to a fraction out of 100. So 25% is 25 over 100. Now dividing by 100 just shifts your decimal 2 places to the left. So instead of being 25, it becomes 0.25. Converting 7% to a decimal, we'll start by saying it is 7 over 100. Again, dividing by 100 will shift that decimal from after the 7 to 2 places to the left from 7. Now we've got that extra gap, so we're going to put a 0 in there as a placeholder, and our answer becomes 0.07. The last thing we're going to go through in this video is converting a fraction to a percentage. If our fraction's already out of 100, remember that percent just means out of 100, so we're just going to take that numerator. So 37 over 100 is the same thing as saying 37%. Now we're at our last example for the video. We're converting 7/10 to a percentage. Now remember, percent means out of 100, so we actually need to convert this fraction to its equivalent form where it's out of 100. In this case, we'll multiply them by 10, because 10 goes into 100 10 times. Looking at our equivalent fraction of 70 over 100, we know that 7/10 is just the same thing as 70%. That's all for this video. If you do still have any questions, please then post a comment on Show My Homework, or you can send me an email. Make sure you work on the task that's posted for the week. Thanks.